Danny, last year it was a smash and grab raid by Oldham. This time it's last minute heartbreak. What is it about that side that you can't seem to knuckle down and get through?
I don't know. I mean, it's two occasions, isn't it? I think we've all been around the game long enough to know until that final whistle goes, anything can happen, and anything did happen. We had a contentious goal and a pitch invasion, and one of our players getting thrown to the floor. So it all went off, didn't it? And then the ref blows the whistle straight away. So that, listen, that's part of the excitement of football and the buzz and what gets everyone so emotional. But also we're ever so disappointed not to win. 12 points would have been great, and 10's not bad, but 12 would have been fantastic. And the last kick of the game was a bit of a sickness, so we'll certainly have a mope and a sulk tonight. But Monday we've got to bounce back, because barring the results today, hopefully in a few hours we'll still be top of the league.
Overall, the performance itself, what did you make of that?
It was okay. I think I've said the same thing to yourself, Lee, and most games. It's been all right. Been all right. We've done more good than bad, and that's why we've got the results. I suppose a little bit disappointed we didn't put the game to bed today. It's been 2-0 or even 3-0, and then they score. So what? We've won the game 3-1 or 2-1 even. I suppose that's something we can work on a little bit. I thought we defended against quite a direct, strong team, resolutely, against two very good centre forwards, especially the lad Norwood, albeit he scored, which is disappointing. Things to learn, things to get better at. At the end, you're just hoping that we just see the game out, and it wasn't to be. Like I said to you, we're looking at maybe the other scores today, hoping that Barnet don't score a couple or Solihull, and we stay top.
Didn't manage to get the breakthrough in the first half. There was plenty of opportunities as well, especially down the left-hand flank there. Just not managed to get the final ball.
No, and that's not something you go, never mind. That's something to work on better, not necessarily down the left flank, maybe putting teams to bed a little bit, saying that, we're falling up at Fold and gave away 2 poor goals. So there's loads to work on, we know that. But at the same time, you are hoping that, especially home in front of a big crowd, you're thinking, go on, let's just get that second goal. And you'd like to think that their heads would drop even more and the game's done. Like I always say to you, the result doesn't lie. So certainly no, we should have won, we should have just drew the game, end of. So it's as much our fault than anything that we didn't win the game. So we have to learn from that, take those things to work on, but also look at the positives. We did control the game, let's get it right. It doesn't mean you deserve to win it by any means, but we did control it, so that's a big positive.
You're a set-piece man, aren't you, as well? The goal came from a set-piece, corner kick from Liam Mandeville as well. Nash Palmer at the back post there.
Brilliant. We obviously got things that we aim to do. I think we scored 5 now, and like I said before, I can say do this and do that, but if Mandeville's delivery is poor and Nash Palmer isn't as aggressive as he is, it's not a goal. So it's down to those boys who's putting those set pieces away at the minute. You've got Mandy, James Berry, Kingy when he plays, all lads who can put a ball in the box really well, and we've got some big lads. So we did ever so well at that side of things last year. I'm looking for a little bit more as well this year, and so far so good. I thought we defended them well, and I thought we defended in open play really well and attacked really well. Maybe we're just a little bit wasteful at times in the attacking third, and there's loads of things we can look back and go, we could have done better for their equaliser, and we'll certainly work on improving those areas.
They only got their first corner in the 95th minute. I think Raglan's header went over the bar there, but did you think that was it? That was game over?
You do, and then you tell yourself, no, don't think that. Don't think that at all, because it's happened before. My time here, there's been a few late goals, as there is at any club, isn't there, all over the country. So, you're hoping it's your day, and all you look forward to is running on the pitch at the end and giving your fans a clap and punch in the air and sending everyone home happy. I don't think we're sending people home today massively unhappy, but certainly very flat, and a bit of a kick in the gut, isn't it, that last minute goal, because you're so close to having such a wonderful weekend and knowing you're going to be top of the league, as opposed to waiting to see if we're going to be still top of the league.
Instead, it was a lot of Oldham fans running onto the pitch at the end of the time. How concerned were you for the players' safety at that particular point? I mean, by and large, the goal, there's some claims that it was offside anyway, but by and large, it was more a safety issue, wasn't it, at that point?
Yeah, it's disappointing. I think the gaffer ran on, and myself and Gary and Bucky ran on, and just more because you see Harry Tyra getting thrown on the floor, and then you're worried about someone's going to leave a foot on his head or something like that, and so that's disappointing. So you're just getting on to protect your players. I thought our supporters behaved impeccably, by the way, during that situation. I will say that our supporters are one of the most passionate set of fans I've ever come across, and they were really, really, really well behaved. So I think we leave this game as a set of supporters and a football club with lots of credit. I'm sure the Oldham fans will say it's a minority, but there was a hell of a lot of people running on the pitch, and at that point you are thinking, listen, people in the crowd were moaning that the ref blew his whistle straight away, but you're thinking, it's just one of those days now, because I've seen restarts from that. They clear it, they get a corner, and they win 2-1, and then it is scenes. So like I've said many times, a win is much better than a draw, but a draw is much better than a defeat. Hopefully, like I keep banging on about, we're top of the league, and then come the end of the season, we maybe got the last laugh.
I know this might not be an area, but are you frustrated the amount of Oldham fans that were allowed to get onto the field of play?
It's hard. It was 1,300. I don't know how many stewards you had behind the goal. It's hard for those poor stewards, isn't it? People running at them and just, it's difficult. It is difficult. So you're just hoping that common sense applies, you know. And I know our police force does ever so well controlling things, but you know you can't have 1,300 police behind 1,300. So you're just hoping sometimes that supporters behave themselves. You get the emotion, you get the sort of the goading. That's football, but coming on the pitch, yeah, not great. But we take the point, regardless of all those things. The results don't lie. We drew 1-1. We move on. We showed them all the best, and we've got to make sure we crack on, keep winning games, and win this league.
Took off Raheem Shackelford at half time. Was that tactical?
No, very, very tight hamstring. He had it a